The executive director at the Port of Los Angeles has warned that shipping volume from China will plummet this week. He joins me now to discuss. Gene Soroka and Justin Wolfers is here, a professor of economics and public policy at the University of Michigan. Gene, tell us what you've seen so far, because I know you've already said that a number of major American retailers, the big guys, have stopped shipments from China altogether.
Good evening, Steph. What we're seeing is that about 20% of the normally scheduled vessel arrivals for the month of May have been canceled. This week in particular, the cargo is extremely light, about 35% lower than the same time last year.
So for your average person who's saying cargo ships, how does that affect me? What is that going to mean when they go to their small store in their hometown or a big box store next week or the week after?
Well, from the last segment, you hit it on the nail on the head, Steph. We've got about 125,000 importing companies that call the Port of Los Angeles home every year. No one has more than a 5% share. So it's the small to medium-sized folks that didn't have the opportunity to stock up on inventory before this day of tariffs hit. Now they're in the middle of the crosshairs saying, either I buy at these exorbitant prices, 2.5 times more what they were just last month, and I can't pass on that cost to keep up with the big guys. So we'll likely see about 4 to 6 more weeks of normal inventory levels, then some spot shortages. You may not be able to find exactly what you want, where you want it.
Gene, from your perspective, is there anything that could turn this around in the short term?
Absent getting together with trading nations and crafting these framework deals that the administration is talking about, no, I don't see any change. On the export side, the American farmer is getting hammered. Here in California's Central Valley, whether it's almonds, walnut handlers, they're not selling. And just in the month of March, Steph, Brazil sold more soybeans to China than ever in their history. Lower trade barriers and favorable exchange rates.
So what is it like for freight business? What is it like for people in the cargo business, people who are at the Port of Los Angeles day in and day out over the last 3 weeks? Tell me what their experience is like.
If you're a trucker that's been hauling 4 or 5 containers per day, starting this week, you'll likely be hauling 2 or 3 loads. The dock workers who've been getting overtime and running back-to-back shifts will likely work less than a traditional work week. Warehouses, same way. Not as much staff is going to be needed. Again, in the interim, as we see out now several weeks, and volume dropping precipitously and fast.